Breaking news! The atmosphere is heating up behind the scenes at the Philadelphia Eagles, and I've got some crucial updates to share with all of you. We all know the Eagles are laser focused on making it back to the Super Bowl, and for that to happen, Nick Sirianni will need a roster that is not only talented but in peak condition. I'm about to break it all down for you. But before we dive deep into this, make sure you've already smashed that like button if, and only if, you're a true Philadelphia Eagles fan. Better yet, drop a comment saying, "Go Eagles! We can get to the Super Bowl." Let's jump straight into it. The Eagles recently posted a video that has been making waves across social media, showing several players participating in a casual game of basketball. It wasn't just your average pickup game though. This video revealed a lot about the current state of some key players on this team, and frankly, what I saw was nothing short of extraordinary. Everyone's talking about the jaw-dropping moment when Saquon Barkley, yes, our Saquon Barkley, lobbed an alley-oop to Cooper DeJean, who hammered it down with a powerful dunk. It was electric, it was viral, it was everything you'd want to see from your team's newest stars bonding and showing off their freakish athleticism. Cooper DeJean is an absolute athletic marvel. This guy is going to be a stud for the Eagles for years to come. But, as impressive as that moment was, it wasn't even the most significant part of that video. What really caught my attention, what made me gasp and say, "Did you just see that?" were two players who, in my opinion, gave us the best signs yet for what this defense could become: Jordan Davis and Nico Dean. Let's start with Jordan Davis. Watching him move on that basketball court was revelatory. Gone is the massive, cumbersome frame we've seen in previous seasons. What we saw instead was a leaner, quicker Jordan Davis. His jawline was sharp, his movements fluid, his conditioning evident. This wasn't just a big man trying to keep up in a casual game. No, Jordan Davis looked like a man on a mission, like someone who had shed serious weight, 30 pounds by some estimations, and was ready to dominate in the trenches this season. I've been watching Jordan Davis since he came into the league. We've seen flashes where he's looked like he trimmed down in the offseason, only to see the weight creep back on by the time the regular season rolls around. But this time it looks different. This isn't a man carrying the ghost of Christmas past and extra weight. This is a guy who looks dialed in. His neck, his frame, everything points to a player who has prioritized his conditioning, who understands the critical role he will play in anchoring the Eagles' defensive line. We even caught glimpses of this transformation during rookie minicamp when he was out there with Jalen Carter. People were double-taking, asking, "Wait, is that Jordan Davis?" That's how different he looks. And in a season where there's been so much negativity surrounding the Eagles, people quick to point out who we've lost, who's injured, who might underperform. Seeing a guy like Jordan Davis showing up in the best shape of his professional career is a massive morale booster. Let's be real, the national narrative around the Eagles lately has been pretty bleak. All we hear is about the players we've lost, questions about whether Saquon Barkley can replicate his past success, doubts about Nico Dean's health, skepticism about our defensive depth without Josh Sweat, and concerns over new additions like Ty Robinson stepping up. The tone has been, the Eagles had their moment, now it's all downhill. But what if that's not true? What if this team is being criminally underrated? What if the players we're doubting are actually about to have the best seasons of their careers? Speaking of which, let's talk about Nico Dean. The same video that showed Jordan Davis in prime physical condition also gave us a glimpse of Dean that should have every Eagles fan pumped. Toward the end of the video, there's this casual, almost effortless moment where Nico Dean throws up a shot from midcourt, backwards, and it goes in. But forget the shot for a second. Watch how he's moving. No brace, no limp, just smooth, confident mobility. This is a guy who's been battling a tough injury, and yet there he was, walking backwards, laughing, moving freely without any visible signs of restriction. If you've been worried about Nico Dean's recovery, this video should ease your concerns significantly. His movement suggests not just recovery, but a return to full athletic capability. And it doesn't stop there. In an interview, Dean revealed that he's been taking ballet classes as part of his rehabilitation. That's right, ballet. Why? Because it helps with flexibility, balance, and movement control, all essential for an elite linebacker coming off injury. That kind of dedication, that kind of innovative approach to recovery, tells me everything I need to know about his mindset heading into this season. He's not here to just show up. He's here to make an impact. Seeing both of these guys, Jordan Davis looking lean and mobile, Nico Dean moving freely and confidently, should give every Eagles fan hope. These are foundational players for this defense, players whose development could very well be the difference between a good season and a championship run. Yes, there are still question marks. Yes, the road to the Super Bowl is never easy. But let's not ignore the signs when they're right in front of us. This team is working. These players are grinding. The narrative that the Eagles are cooked, that we're going from champions to irrelevant, is not only premature, it might be flat out wrong. Now, here's what I want to know from you. Seeing Jordan Davis in the best shape of his career and Nico Dean moving so well after injury, how do you feel about the Eagles' chances this season? Do you think these signs point to a defense that's ready to silence all the doubters? Let me know in the comments below. When you're ready, just tell me to continue and I'll dive right into part 2 of this exclusive report. Because here's the thing, this isn't just about two guys getting in shape over the offseason. This is about setting a tone for the entire Philadelphia Eagles organization. The narrative shift starts here. When you see key pieces like Jordan Davis and Nico Dean, two players who have been central to the defensive identity that this team is trying to build, putting in that level of commitment, it resonates throughout the entire locker room. Jordan Davis is not just shedding pounds, he's shedding the doubt that's lingered over him since his rookie season. Remember the critiques? That he couldn't stay in shape, that he'd wear down as the season went on, that he wouldn't be able to make the transition from college dominance to professional consistency. But now, watching him glide around that basketball court, you see a different story unfolding. His movements were light, controlled, none of the lumbering you'd expect from a man his size. This is the Jordan Davis who can collapse a pocket, who can force running backs to bounce outside, and who can dominate at the point of attack for all 4 quarters. And let's not overlook the mental aspect of this transformation. Physical changes are obvious, but what about the mentality? For Jordan Davis to go out there, put his work ethic on display, and look like he's in the best condition of his life, it speaks volumes about his mindset. He knows what's being said about him. He hears the doubters, the analysts claiming he hasn't lived up to his potential, and he's responding not with words but with action. That's the kind of leadership that doesn't always show up on the stat sheet but is absolutely essential for a team with championship aspirations. Then there's Nico Dean. His presence in that video, moving, laughing, competing, is about more than just recovery. It's about resilience. The linebacker position for the Eagles has been a major question mark. After dealing with injuries that sidelined him for key moments, many wondered whether Dean would ever return to the explosive playmaker he was projected to be coming out of Georgia. But seeing him not only participating but actively enjoying himself, playing at full speed without hesitation, tells us that he's back, or at the very least, well on his way. And the ballet? That detail might seem quirky to some, but it's actually a masterstroke of professional maturity. Taking ballet to improve flexibility, balance, and core strength is a move that only someone serious about longevity in this league makes. It shows that Nico Dean is not just trying to get back on the field. He's trying to evolve as a player, to mitigate injury risks, and to enhance his athletic performance in every conceivable way. That's the kind of strategic thinking you want in the heart of your defense. What's so encouraging about all of this is that it's happening organically within the roster. These aren't front office press releases trying to spin a narrative. This is players, through their own off-the-field activities, showing us exactly where they're at physically and mentally. It's authentic, and it's a massive confidence booster for Eagles Nation. It's also worth pointing out that this offseason hasn't exactly been full of sunshine and rainbows for Philadelphia in terms of media coverage. Across the league, there's been a lot of negative chatter about the Eagles' prospects. The departures, the injury concerns, the skepticism around whether this team can maintain its championship-level performance, it's all been amplified to the point where, for some, it feels